Okay. Vậy nào chẳng cho làm cho đó là bạn. Could please rename.
Yes, teacher.
Please rename. Okay. Coi David.
Present teacher. Yes, sir.
Sĩ đại là chói. David.
Present teacher.
Làng sinh chén.
Yes, sir.
Làng sinh chén. Okay.
Excuse me, teacher.
Chén.
Mình em hơi rất là
Malá. Yes. Lây Malá.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. Lệnh Piron.
Yeah, teacher, I'm here.
Lim Kim Án.
Yeah, teacher. Yeah, teacher, I'm here.
Long Chan Sika.
Yes, teacher.
Long Chan Sika. Long Papik Ria Say.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, are you eating something? Chờ luôn mình hút. Mình hot.
Yes, sir.
Okay, load free nick. Luôn
Yes,
free
teacher,
lắng.
I'm here.
Yeah, free lắng.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, free lắng. Lui panic.
Yeah, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, panic. Lý Bảo Xiên.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, Minh Chanh Đáo.
Yes, teacher.
Chanh Đáo. Chanh Đáo. Mưa là Vân Nát.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Vân Nát. Mông Rọ Mình Ní.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Rọ Mình Ní. Huân Kim Huống.
Yeah, teacher, I'm here.
Kim Huống. Xóm. Húi xóm. Xóm ấy á. Chú xóm đi đúng. Okay, who's that? Xóm free pum, right?
Nhóm con tịch con ta chờ trong bột keo.
Cho mình chừng nói cho xem không?
Some.
Hello, teacher. Nhóm account nhóm về bắt sir.
Dân.
It's me ho change hai sir.
Chừng cho xóm mà nè.
Teacher, I don't hear you call my name.
Teacher,
change hai. Okay, mình đó là nàng.
my name is ho change hai sir.
Yeah, okay. Nàng Văn Nít.
Yeah, present teacher. Hello, teacher. Do you hear me?
Yeah, here. Wait. Nàng Văn Nít.
Yeah, teacher, present.
Luân Free Mía.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Free Mía. Mò Mini Rốt.
Yeah, teacher, yes. I'm here,
Okay,
teacher.
Mini Rốt. Nàng Trần Niên.
Yes, teacher.
Nàng Trần Niên. Okay. Cầm Mani. Cầm Mani.
Present, teacher. I'm here.
Okay. Anyone else that just come? I don't call yet.
My name is
Just
Sophia.
Cheers.
teacher.
Wait. Cheers, Sophia.
Yes, lecturer.
Để nào bắt mình. Okay. Here that.
Teacher, con thấy bom hai đấy chả?
Thì boom mà. Yeah, at the bottom.
Teacher, I don't hear that.
Okay. Who? How's the nature, right?
Yes, teacher.
Teacher. Huy
Can you hear me, teacher?
Rojana.
Yes, teacher.
Huy Rojana.
I don't hear my name too, teacher.
Huy Rojana ta nào bắt không khơi. One. Okay. Who? Choose Pani.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, already. Haimuni.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Haimuni. Anyone else?
Teacher, I don't hear my name.
Lin Rotha.
Me, teacher.
Lin Rotha.
Yes,
Okay. Who else?
Malika, my name is Chon Hamani Rang Sai, teacher.
Chun Harmony Rang Say. Okay. That's all. Harmony near there.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. Malika.
Yeah, sure.
Malika. Okay. Malika. Okay, anyone else?
My name is On Kun.
Kun gì đây này? Kun Thai.
Cái teacher bạn.
Kun gì đây? Cụ chồng mà nè kìa. Kun gì đấy? Kun Thai.
Yeah.
Okay, Kun Thai. Okay, no more. That's all. Right? No more people here.
Teacher me.
Yeah. Who in me?
Thì đã chưa?
Who already. Who in me? Yeah. Screenshot tốt một chút. Chỗ khác. Rồi bạn họ chỉ hay thôi. Okay. B. One more.
Teacher, how about me?
Yeah, who in me?
Yêu Chan Aaron.
Already yêu chân Aaron. Hỏi ra mình. Okay. Anyone else? Yêu chân Aaron already. Armenian already. Recommend là đó. Hỏi ra. No more, right? Okay, let's go on our lesson, everybody. I think you already got from my okay, what I already dropped in your group, right, in the Google Classroom is about passive voice. Okay, passive voice. So can you see the slide, everybody, over here? Anyone?
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, teacher. Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, so this is about our lesson for today that you already, maybe some of you that did the assignment, you got some idea already about the passive voice here. So actually, for your assignment, this is not difficult for you, right? Which you write the process essay. That usually when you write essay, you have introduction, you have body, and you have conclusion, right? That's why this one, which is not so difficult. Like when you write the introduction, you just go to the when you write the general, easy, right? Just talk about the general grammar. And then you go to the thesis statement, just tell about how can you learn, about example like passive example. So how can you learn passive very well? You choose conditional. How do you learn conditional, very well? You choose adverb clause. How can you learn adverb clause very well? Just tell me the way like that, right? Example like there are 5 ways. First conditional very well. Okay, how can you do that example? So first we have to do this, we have to do that, right? First we have to learn about the form correctly. So what is the form, of first conditional example? I'm just saying you just change from, the when we write grammar, we just write like this example, right? Like this. Like when you learn, you just write like this example. This is just in general grammar. When you write the assignment, just easy. Just combine them into sentences. Example like we learn about active and passive, right? So how can you learn passive very well? So there are 5 ways, there are 6 ways. In order to learn the passive, we have to know about its form, about its uses, about it in benefit and so on like that example. So you can think about that and you just write into the paragraph, right? So don't forget, this is for your assignment that you have already done. So I will correct for you soon, and you will know that whether you get high score or not. Okay, so T-score, right, for your special midterm assignment. Actually, I want to give a test, but the school want you to do assignment. So I just change from test to giving you the essay writing for your assignment, so that you can do it and you can get high score for that. Okay, don't forget, please submit before
Deadline.
Before the van, teacher.
Before the van. Some people don't do it yet, maybe. You bỗng thôi, how smart you took trong cái bằng bạc. Dạ mình tên. Okay, now let's come back to our grammar here, buddy. So when we're talking about, the passive, we always talk about active, right? Bây giờ Ravi Botika. Botika. What difference between active and passive? Can you tell me a little bit?
Yes, teacher. Do you hear me, teacher?
Yeah, I hear you. So,
I think yes. For active, we focus on the doer, and passive, we focus on about not the doer, teacher.
okay. Thank
Yes.
you. So usually when we focus on subject or doer, we use what? Active, right? And when we focus on
Yes.
the agent, on the
Object.
what we call receiver of the action, we use passive. Okay. Like example, you can see here the body. My grandfather was a builder. He built this house in 1981. This is active sentence, right? We focus on our grandfather, right? Our grandfather here. That's why we use, okay, the active sentence or active voice. But when we focus on here, it was built, in 1981. So it here refers to what about it? It here?
It refers to the house.
To the house, right?
Yes.
So when we focus on, the object, okay, like this, we use the passive. It was built in 1981. Okay. So usually, we use active when we focus on the object. When we focus on the subject, we use here active, right?
Yes.
And when we focus on the object, we use, the passive. This is what you have to, understand, about the short one between the active and passive. Now let's go together to some more about it. So usually, how do we form the, the passive voice? So usually we have to know that we have to use subject plus verb to be plus participle, right? Then we can form the passive, like you can see here. And our student is awarded the scholarship every year. So we use subject plus verb to be plus participle. Like another one, Shannon was awarded the scholarship last night. So again, we use with subject plus verb to be plus participle. This is about the way we form the passive in general. However, usually when we want to change from active to passive, usually we have to look at, do we choose the subject or do we choose the object of the active to be the subject of the passive? Anybody? Which one?
I think object.
Yeah, we have to choose the object of the active to be the subject of the passive. And usually we have to define the object. Where? Anyone?
I
Where do we find?
Object stay in the beginning of the sentence.
Yes, usually the object stand at the beginning is subject. Here is important. I love her from the bottom of my heart. So you can see this is a long sentence, right? But which one is the real object here, everybody? Which one? I love her from the bottom of my heart. But where is the object, everybody? I love her.
My heart.
Yeah, her underline I have already underlined for you, right? So over here, her is the object. Is it at the beginning? Is it at the beginning of the sentence or not? Like you say?
No, teacher.
No. It is where? Where is it? Where do I stand in the sentence? Yeah. After verb here. After verb. Don't forget about it. Don't care about the other. You don't care about this one, right? You see, not important. What is important is the object after the verb. After the verb is love, right? Love is main verb. So her is the object. Okay? So when we change, you can see here, her become she, right? When her nale. So we move from her to become the subject, plus verb to be, and then change the verb to verb free. She is love from the bottom of my heart by me. So by me here is important or not, buddy? By me here. Is it very important?
Yes.
No, not important. Because we care about who? Here. She, right? She. So we don't care about, by me. By me is optional. You can put it on, no need. Because why? When you passive, we focus on the object, right?
On
Don't
object.
forget. Yeah, so that's why we don't care about by me. So we just care about see here. Like another one about it. My mom has given me $100 as a birthday gift. So over here, which one is the object, everybody? My mom had given me
Me, teacher.
$100. There are
Me.
two, right? Two. We have me and we have here $100.
$100.
Oh yeah. If we have object like this, we have two here. If we have only one here, we call what, everybody? Bây giờ we call direct or indirect object, everybody?
Indirect.
Here.
In this sentence, have two teacher, indirect object and direct object.
If we have only one, we call direct object, right? If we have two,
Yes, teacher.
oh yeah,
Two,
if we have two
both.
here. Me here is called what? Direct or indirect?
Indirect.
Indirect teacher.
Okay,
Direct.
indirect. This one, direct object.
Yes, teacher.
So usually, when we have two objects, don't forget, the first one is, indirect. And the second word is direct, because indirect always stand between main verb and direct object. Chào mọi người. Take note, everybody. Indirect object always stand between main verb and direct object. If there is only one, like bữa trở nên cứ ấy, direct cái object vậy. However, when we change to the passive, you can choose which one you like. You can choose me, or you can choose, 100, no problem, because they are the same object, right? So if you choose me, you just change to I, right? So you say what? I have been given $100 as a birthday gift by my mom. It's not important, okay? We don't care about that. But everybody, why you have been here, everybody? Why? Why you have been given here? Do you know why, everybody? Why? Why we say I have been given? Why we don't say I am given?
Because it is present perfect, teacher.
Yeah, it is present perfect. That's why we have to use, the perfect form, right? Have been verb free. And you can see here, we can also check you $100, no problem. So if we just say $100 has been given to me as a birthday gift, no problem. So you have two ways, okay? You can use direct object or indirect object, up to you, no problem. Okay? If only one, you have no choice, right? Only one. So CE, love like that. Okay, this is about the way we find, the object to be the, subject of the passive. Like some more example about it, if I just say here. I always drive my mom back home every evening. Example here. So everybody, over here, which one is the object here? Anyone?
Mom, teacher.
Mom.
Yeah, my mom, right? My mom. Mà teaching là back home gì nè, mọi người nhỉ? Okay, my mom. So how do we change to passive, everybody? How do we change?
My
How do
mom
we change it?
My
My
mom
mom
was.
was-
Teacher. Yes.
E,
làm was.
E what? My mom is
Is driven by. Yeah.
Driver.
always driven back home
By.
every evening
By me.
by me, right?
Yes.
By me is optional. We don't care much about this. So this is about the way that we have to change, So we have to look at the object,
Driven.
not choose the subject to be the subject again for the passive. Don't forget that, okay? Like another one, if we just say, my parents are teaching me about how to grow roses, example. Okay, as a new hobby during COVID 19 pandemic. Yeah, example. Về đi dọc. Bây giờ cũng khi về bạch cho chẳng gì. Which one is the object here, buddy? Which one is the object here?
I think me, teacher.
Me.
Yeah. Some people, always say that, whoa, too long sentence. I don't know where to find an object. Easy. Just find where, everybody. Okay, I object is stand. After
after
here,
main verb teacher.
after verb, right? Don't care about the other. So we just look at it again. Me. Okay. So me is the object here. So how do we change to passive? We say what? Me change to what?
I.
I, right? I again. I am.
I am. We
being
teaching.
Being.
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 Yeah.
What else? Teach change to what? Verb free again.
Thought.
thought
Thought, yeah. Thought.
Yes.
About how to grow roses as a new hobby during COVID-19 pandemic by đặt bài cái bài gì?
By my parents.
by my parent.
Okay, this is not important. By my parent here, can I change this one to put over here, buddy? Can I just change to this one? Đấy bài này. Can I put it here over here on another buddy? I have been taught by my parent about how to grow. Can I do like this? Anyone?
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, no problem with this one, everybody. What we care just about here only subject. Okay. Over here, this is what we care, and the other is not important here. Okay, just say here, I am being taught this enough. Okay, and the other is not important. You can put any one that you like, no problem. So this is about the way we spot the object of the passive after verb, right? Of the active, change them to the subject plus verb to be plus here verb free. Okay. Usually, when we're talking about that, as I told you already, sometimes we have two objects, right? Like the word give, like the word ask, offer, pay, show, tell. Like example here, my grandfather gave me this watch. So there are two objects, right? Me, one, and here, this watch, one more, right? Object. Me is called what, buddy? Me, direct, indirect, man here.
Indirect teacher.
Indirect.
Yeah, me indirect. Indirect stand between here, verb and direct object.
Direct
Chẳng
object.
me chia again, indirect. This word is here, direct. Don't forget that. So when we change to passive, we choose me or we choose this word or both. Everybody.
I think only one term. Me to I.
Here, the answer you learn already. Up to you. Up to you. Nào các bạn đó. Okay. You can use both. Trong xã chất tí xóa đó. There are two ways. You can choose me or you can choose this watch, no problem, right? You can see here. If you choose me, that means I was given this watch by my grandfather, right? Or if you choose this watch, okay, this watch was given to me by my grandfather. Up to you, right? You can choose any object you like. You can choose me or this watch, okay? You see about the way you use with two objects. So you can use direct or you can choose indirect. No problem. However, yes.
Teacher can សុំសួរមួយឆើ តើមានការបែងចែកវា formal មួយណា informal ឆើឬក៏យើងអាចប្រើវាទាំងពីរ formal ដូចគ្នា
Up to you. They are both formal. Okay?
Okay.
You can choose any one you like. However, let's go to another one. However, usually, we start with, person, usually. Okay? Don't forget that, everybody. You can use, this verb in anywhere. I mean, up to you. You can use with direct or indirect object, right? But usually, we prefer, we prefer to use with person. With person. Okay? So, usually, we prefer you to use with person more than with thing. Like example just now over here example. Like my grandfather gave me this watch, right? So you can choose me or you can use this watch, no problem. However, which one is preferable? Me or this watch? Me, yeah. Okay? This is the answer for you. However, both are correct, no problem. They are both formal for you. But we just prefer. Yeah, prefer đó nghe mà. So we prefer you with person more than with things. Like here, I've been offered a job. You can see I use I, right? Usually we don't use, the job. Sorry, the job has been offered to me. Is it okay? Yeah, that's okay, right? But we prefer to use here I, right? I have been offered a job rather than the job has been offered to me. Yeah, it is okay, but we prefer this way. Like another one, you will be given plenty of time to decide. We can say, plenty of time will be given to you to decide. It's okay, right? But we prefer you with, person first. Okay. Actually, you can use with object with the thing, but that's okay. You can also use with, person. That's why, right, in speaking, do we like using passive or not, everybody? In speaking, do we
No,
like using
teacher.
No,
passive in
teacher.
speaking? No, right? Even in Khmer, example, in Khmer language, in Khmer do we just say ខ្ញុំត្រូវបានគេឲ្យការងារធ្វើ Example, yeah. Do you like using this way or not in Khmer, everybody?
No, teacher.
ខ្ញុំកំពុងត្រូវបានគ្រូស្ដីឲ្យ saoទៅមិនដែរ Is it okay in Khmer language, everybody? No, right?
Yes.
You know what? People nowadays they like using this ខ្ញុំត្រូវបាន this in English is okay. In English it is right. But in Khmer language we don't like using, passive. Don't forget that, everybody. We don't like using
But
passive in the, Khmer language. ខ្ញុំត្រូវបានគេស្ដីឲ្យខ្ញុំត្រូវបានពុកម៉ាក់ជេមរាយឯណាមិនដែរមានទេបាទ Okay? This is about what you have to learn about English in Khmer. So in English we can use, but actually, in speaking we don't like using in very much. Because usually when you passive we focus on the object, right, not on the subject. So in speaking we prefer direct. That's why we have to we have to use the active more than the passive. But in writing you can use a lot. Okay, that's okay. You see what you have to understand about that, everybody. So usually, why do we use passive? The first one, when the person or thing doing the action is obvious, so well, okay. Example, like say, I am given money every day. Example, right? I am, just say just now, yeah. I am given pocket money every day. So, this one, do you know who give you the money or not, everybody? Do you know or not? Yeah.
No, teacher.
No,
You
teacher.
know because you are the one that speak this sentence, right? You write this sentence. So, who give you money? Your parent, right?
Yes.
So, this one, your the doer is very obvious. Because you the word I, right? You see the word I here, right? You are the one to speak this sentence, you write this sentence. So you know about this so well. So you know about the object, sorry, you know about object. You know about the doer so obviously or very clearly already. That's why you use passive here. You don't need to say by my parent example. But if I put it, is it okay, everybody? Can I just put this way? Is it okay? Here, put it. I am given pocket money every day by my parent. Is it okay? Anyone? Is it wrong? All right.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, it's okay, right? But it's not important. Because why? You know, because you are the one that speak it, right? I am. You are the one that speak it already, so you know. So just say, I am given pocket money is enough, right? That's why we use passive here. When the person or the thing that the action is obvious, first one. Second, unknown, of score here. Example, of score, mate. Right here. My bag was stolen. Example. But yeah, do you know the person that stole your bag or not, anybody?
No, teacher.
No. Can we say it by a sheep example? Can we say that, anybody? My bag was stolen by a sheep.
Stolen.
Can we say like that? Huh? Is it needed? Anybody? No, right?
No, teacher.
Cháu mình luôn chứ. Nã cái đăng đó. So it is not, important because we don't know, the doer. Okay? Can we say it by someone? Everybody? Can I say that? My bag was stolen by someone. Is it okay? Yeah,
No,
like that.
teacher.
Teacher,
Yes.
I want to ask if we know the name of the theft, we can put it, for example, like my bag was stolen by John. So can we
Yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
it?
You can put. It's okay. Here, we don't put when we when what unknown, right? Here, you see the unknown here.
Yes.
So we don't know. Someone, someone. We don't know which one, right? So we don't know here. Don't need. Okay. You put wrong. You put by someone. It's wrong. Anybody? Don't forget that. Don't put word by someone, by everyone. We don't put that way. Okay. But you want, you know that clearly, it's okay. You can put like by John, by Ravi Putika. Example, no problem. Right? It's okay. This is about the way we write the passive. So when we focus when we don't know when we know the doer so well, when the doer is unknown, or when it is unimportant. So we don't have to put it here. Many trees were planted to replace those lost in the fire. So who grow the tree here? Anybody? Who? Do we know or not? Anybody? We don't know, right? So we don't put it. Another one. The house was built in 1850. Okay? Who built it? Anyone? Who built it?
We don't
Body
know.
builder.
Builder.
If you put this way, it sounds so funny, right? You put like that. Okay? We know that the builder build a house, right? We know already. So we don't have to put it. Okay? This is not important like that. Okay? Another one. The broccoli grown in the south. So who grow it? Farmer. We know already, right? That's why we don't have to put it again. So this is about the first way that we use passive. When the person is that is obvious, it's much big on that. When it is unknown, on that. When it is unimportant, we also don't put the subject or the doer at the end. Okay, no need by someone, by my parent, like that. We don't need to put it. For example, like say some food is being donated to the people in the again red. So by whom, everybody? By whom? By whom? You want to put by? By whom? Anybody?
Government.
Yeah, we know already, right? By the government example. So we know already about the doer. That's why it's not important. So we don't have to put it. No need. Okay? But if you want to give credit somebody, like someone by like again nugget say và đấy thì chú sang example. You can put it, right? If you want to give honor to somebody, but if you know already about it in general, no need, right? Just say like this. This enough. You see about the way you pass, see. Okay, this is about the first one about it. And the second one, sorry, another one, is that when you don't want to mention the person doing the action, I mean that you don't focus on the subject, you just focus on the object. That's why you passive, right? Let's say several filling grade were received in ESL 184 or in ENG 101 example, right? So you can put this way because you don't want to care about the who give you the score, buddy? Who? By the teacher example. But we don't need to care. We don't want to focus on the doer. That's why we don't use by that. Just say this is enough. Okay? You see, when you don't want to mention the person doing the action. And another one, when you want to emphasize the receiver, so you just want to focus on the object, not the subject. that's why we use, the passive as well. Let's say international student have in the home of local family. A new computer system, being installed to improve our computer speed. The children can be taught good manner at an early age, example. So we just want to focus on the receiver, right, on the result of the action. That's why we also use passive. And another one where we want to describe the process, not the subject. We just want to focus on, the process. Example here, the specimen were collected and placed on a slide. Example, like nowadays, the COVID-19, COVID-19. Sorry. What kind of way that we can test the COVID-19 very fast now, everybody? What do we use? But what is another way that we can use? Nowadays we can get only how many minutes, everybody? Get the result of COVID-19 testing. How many minutes? 50 minutes. Yeah, 50 minutes only. And what do we do?
We get suspension.
Yes, rapid testing, right?
Yeah.
If being used to test the COVID 19 suspect. Okay, to getting fast result in 15 minutes, example.
Suspect.
But it is not, very correct. After this testing already, they have to go to the, get the result from the main machine as well. Okay? When they have to test 2 times, one from rapid test testing, another one from the main machine to compare the result, whether it is accurate or not. So this is about the way that we can, use the passive. So again, and when we want to describe the process ID, we also use passive. And however, everybody, it doesn't mean that we can use passive all the time for all the verb. Some verb, cannot use, passive. What are the verbs that we don't use passive here? Here, everybody. Only, transitive verb. Is it transitive verb yet? What is transitive verb, everybody? The verb that need the object. In Khmer we call it subsecam, right? If they are, transitive verb, we can change passive. However, if they are intransitive verb, intransitive verb here, the verb that don't have the object. When the verb that don't have the object, we cannot change to passive. Okay? Like here, example, appear, appear, belong, exist, seem, arrive, come, happen, and so on. These verbs, have no object because they are what? Intransitive verb. So when they are intransitive verb, we cannot change to passive. For example, it just say here, this book belong to me. So this one, can we change this sentence to passive, anybody? Can we change? Anyone? Anybody? Can we change this sentence to passive? Yeah,
No, teacher.
No, because why? Belong is not, transitive verb. It is intransitive verb. So we cannot change to passive. Passive. Like another one. She is sleeping soundly in the living room. Example. So the sentence, has object or not, everybody? Do we have object here, everybody?
No, teacher.
No, soundly is what about it? Soundly is called what? Is it object? No. It's what soundly?
Adverb, teacher.
Verb. So it is not, object. Again, when they are intransitive verb, we cannot change to passive. Okay, this is what you have to be careful. So again, the reason that we use passive, there are 4, right? The first one, we use the passive when we don't know, when we know the doer so well, they become obvious. When we don't know the doer, or when the doer is so important, this is the first reason that we use passive. And the second, when we don't want to mention the doer, right, of the action, and the third, where we want to focus on the receiver, right, or the object or the result, rather than the doer, that we use the passive. And the last one, we use the passive when we want to describe the process. Okay, and don't forget, it doesn't mean that we change passive all the time. Some sentences cannot change the passive when the verb are what, everybody? When the verb are
Instantive.
the intransitive verb that we cannot change to passive. Okay, this is about what you have to remember about the passive. Okay, now everybody, before I move on to the next part, do you have any questions so far, everybody? Yeah? Any questions so far here before I move on to each tense?
No, teacher.
Okay. Now if you have no, let's go to our, one by one passive. Actually, in English, there are, if you learn already, how many tenses are there? How many? You have learned from beginning of the semester. How many?
12 tenses,
right,
teacher.
12 tenses. But how many tenses that we can change to passive? Everyone? How many tenses are there? We can change all. Can we change the 12 tenses to passive? Anyone?
Yes.
In my generation, yes. In my generation, when I learned English at the first time, I could change all tenses. That's why we have 24 tenses in English. Why? 12 passive, 12 active. But nowadays, no. Okay, only 8 tenses, everybody. Only 8 tenses that we can change to passive. There are 4 more that we don't change. You will later. Okay? But now the first one, is about the present simple passive that we use with it. Subject plus am is are plus verb 3, right? That we use for the present simple, example here, the newspaper is read throughout the world. Okay? My father sometimes blame me for coming home late. So when we change to passive, just say what? I am sometimes blamed, right, for coming home late by my father. We usually forgive her for breaking the vase in the living room. So when we change to passive, she is usually forgiven, right? Like that. My parents never teach me about flirting good. So when we change to passive, I am never taught, right, by my parents about flirting good like this. This is about the way that we change for present simple passive. So subject plus verb to be, am is are plus verb 3.
Verb 3.
Like start with this one. Fripong. Can you check this one? My mom never give me motivation to do business, example. Fripong, can you change this one to passive? Fripong. Hello, Fripong.